This is Morning Motivation for Educators on the Be Podcast Network. Learn about all the shows at bepodcastnetwork.com. You'll hear from a variety of formal and informal educators who help put this podcast together. If you'd like to contribute your voice to this show, please go to morningmotivationedu.com to apply.
I'm Danielle Nuhfer, an educator for over 20 years who went up against 2 bouts of serious teacher burnout before finally realizing that I needed to share what worked and what didn't with educators everywhere. This is when Teaching Well was born. At Teaching Well, I partner with schools who recognize that when teacher well-being is prioritized, true teaching and learning can happen. And there's nothing more integral to building this kind of school culture than finding ways to care for yourself in the midst of all the school day hustle and bustle. Building in these moments is what this show is all about and what I hope to bring to you each time I get the opportunity to speak with you here. So with that, let's begin. Good morning, educators of 2024. Welcome to another episode of our Morning Motivation Podcast. I'm Danielle, your host, and today we're going to hit a topic that's very close to home for all of us, the mid-year mark. Before we jump in, let's reflect on this powerful quote by Paulo Coelho. Whenever you want to achieve something, keep your eyes open, concentrate, and make sure you know exactly what it is you want. No one can hit their mark with their eyes closed. As teachers, it's easy to feel overwhelmed, especially when we reach the midway point of the school year. But instead of dwelling on being only halfway through, let's reframe our perspective and celebrate this absolute achievement. So how do we shift our focus and set meaningful intentions for the rest of the year? I want to share a 3-step exercise with you. It's a practical approach to find clarity without the overwhelm of the traditional New Year's resolutions. Step 1 involves reflecting on what you want to, quote-unquote, peel away from the previous year. List the things that no longer serve you and try to identify any themes. What patterns or habits do you want to shed? Step 2 is to focus on how you actually want to feel. Shift your attention to the current year. List the things you want to feel. What emotions and experiences do you want to cultivate in the coming months? And then look for themes that resonate with those goals or aspirations. Step 3, choose your one word. Finally, distill these reflections into one word that encapsulates how you want to feel in the coming year. And set a timer for 3 to 5 minutes for each of these steps to keep it manageable and to have these things in writing. For me, I realized I wanted to peel away the busyness and festering anger that I would often find myself sitting with. My goal is to stop compromising my boundaries to the point of resentment. On the flip side, I want to feel more peace, regardless of the external circumstances. So now it's your turn. What's your one word for the new year and why? Please share it with me and find out the way you can contact me in the show notes. Let's make this year about focusing on what truly matters. As we navigate the rest of the school year, let's prioritize our well-being and cultivate the feelings we want to experience. Here's to teaching well and finding peace on your path. If you're curious about prioritizing self-care in 2024, and if that's the way you want to feel, check out teachingwell.life and show notes for how we can partner together.
Thanks for listening. And whatever role you have in education, we have a podcast for you at bepodcastnetwork.com. Who among your friends and colleagues needs to hear this message today? Please share it with them right now.